it do? What it do? Michigan fans. Hello, YouTube subscribers, and hello, Facebook. This is Harry Bryan signing in, making another video. The second half of the game between Michigan and Rutgers. Michigan went like, what in the heck happened in the second half of the game? Michigan almost lost the game in the second half against Rutgers. How did this team, from the way they performed in the first half of the game, to come out in the second half and almost had a complete meltdown? How is that possible that after the performance that they showed in the first half, Michigan came out in the second half and Michigan almost lost the game against Rutgers at the big house? How did Michigan almost lost this game today against Rutgers? Anyway, the final score is Michigan 20, Rutgers 13. It's the final score of the game. The first half of the game, the offense and defense, they did decent. They did decent. But now I see why they call so many running plays now. I understand now. I understand why now. I'm really starting to believe that they don't have confidence in their starting QB and Cade McNamara. I'm starting to believe that they are not confident with him making big plays. And it shows out there on the field. Now, I'm going to take a look at the numbers. Take a look at the numbers. Cade McNamara, he completed 9 for 16 of his throws. And he only averaged 163 yards in the air throughout the whole entire game. 9 for 16. And I noticed in the second half that Cade McNamara, he didn't feel comfortable in the pocket like he did in the first half. It's kind of like there was two different teams. It was the Michigan team in the first half of the game, and then there was a different Michigan team in the second half of the game. Because the Michigan team in the second half of the game, they just didn't. How can you explain how Michigan just almost had a ultimate letdown at the big house? It's like Michigan just didn't play or had that same, how can I say it? Michigan did not play the same in the second half of the game. And the defense in the second half, I think what it was Rutgers figured out the defense. Rutgers figured out the defense, and they took a full advantage of the weaknesses of our defense. They figured it out. They figured it out. And now I saw Rutgers was doing what Michigan was doing against their last three opponents. How they ran with the ball, how they looked for open gaps. Rutgers was doing Michigan on Michigan. And in the second half, Rutgers, they started to pick up their run game. And they started gaining huge chunks of yards on the ground. And the more plays that they make, the more their confidence starts to build up. And all of a sudden, they start to feel confident. They starting to feel that they can actually come back and actually win the game against Michigan at the big house. That would have been a huge win for Rutgers if Rutgers would have won this game. And that would have been a huge upset for Michigan from losing this game against Rutgers at home. So, a lot of question marks surrounding this game. Well, now, because of this game, a whole lot of question marks surrounding this Michigan program. One, biggest question mark is how confident are they in their starting QB and Cade McNamara? How much confidence do they have in his ability to stay in the pocket and to throw the pass and feel confident and looking for a open wide receiver and to deliver the ball without underthrowing them or overthrowing them? So the big question mark is, are they confident in McNamara to keep him as the starter, or they might actually think about J.J. McCarthy? I know it's still early. But Cade McNamara didn't look the same in the second half. And now I'm starting to figure out why now that they going for more run plays than they do the air attack. Now I see why. I don't know if it's because of the offensive line and they not giving McNamara enough time in the pocket. I don't know what it is. But I tell you what, this game here that Michigan played was a wake-up call for Michigan. If Michigan struggled like this against Rutgers, Michigan is in trouble. And we got a huge game next week. And Michigan's first road game is going to be played in Madison, Wisconsin. They got to play the Wisconsin Badgers on the road. And if Michigan played this bad in the second half of this game, I'll be worried if I'm Jim Harbaugh or if I'm the coaching staff of this team's performance in the second half of the Rutgers game. Because do you think that Wisconsin is going to let Michigan run the ball? I heard Wisconsin got one of the best defense when it comes to stopping the run. So if Michigan, depending on the run game in Madison, Wisconsin, Michigan is in trouble. There's no way around that. Michigan is in big trouble. And Michigan is going to have a long, long day in Madison, Wisconsin. And Wisconsin already mad because they lost against Notre Dame. Notre Dame made Wisconsin look like a fool. And you think Wisconsin not gonna want to take the nasty taste out of their mouth of being embarrassed by Notre Dame out on Michigan? Oh, come on, man. I tell you what, whatever issues that they have on both offense and defense, they better fix it and fix it real fast, real quick. Because Wisconsin's angry because they lost against Notre Dame. And I think Wisconsin's going to want to take it out on somebody. And that somebody is going to be us. So, Harbaugh, Mike McDonald, Josh Gaddis, the rest of y'all coaching staff, y'all better figure it out before y'all go to Wisconsin. Or we're going to have our first loss of the season. And actually, Wisconsin is the true test to see, is Michigan legit? Or Michigan is just another year that Michigan is overhyped. So we're going to find out next week. So anyway, Blake Corum, Hassan Haskins, 12 carries, total 41 yards. He scored 2 touchdowns. So Hassan Haskins, our running backs, they doing their thing. I mean, they didn't get as many yards as they did in the past 3 games, but our running backs is doing their job. Like I said, big huge question mark is surrounding our offense. Our QB. You know, is McNamara can he be a starter? Can he stay being the starter, or he's going to end up being replaced by JJ McCarthy? Because I think JJ McCarthy is waiting to get his opportunity to show the team what he is capable of doing. We got 8 games left, all Big Ten opponents, and it's not gonna get any easier. Like I said, next Saturday Michigan got Wisconsin, and the week after that, Michigan's on the road and they got to play Nebraska. Michigan better figure it out real fast, because our remaining schedule is hard. It's hard, and the way it should be. In order to be the best, you got to beat the best. So I don't know why Michigan decided to want to play that type of style football in the second half, and it seemed like every play was predictable, and Rutgers was prepared for it because they knew that our offense was going to call the same play, and they already knew and they was already ready for it. And that was the frustrating part, is why in the world would they constantly keep calling the same plays if the same plays doesn't work? Why keep using the same plays down after down after down after down, and end up have to punt the ball or try to go for it in fourth and probably 3, and end up being short and turn the ball over on downs? That's not going to help Michigan, not at all. But I'll tell you one thing, Harbaugh's coaching for his job. Harbaugh is literally coaching for his job. And if Michigan underperforms this year, Harbaugh is not going to be around for year 8 at Michigan. So this is the end of the video. If you like the video, please subscribe to the channel. Hit the like button, hit the share, hit the notification bell if you want to receive more content. I appreciate everybody who supports the channel, likes my videos. It helps me to grow. It helps my channel to grow. And this is for Michigan fans. And if you like it, share, spread the word. Hey, I'm a diehard. So until then, as always, hail to the victors. This is Harry Bryant signing out. Good night. Deuces.